Hello, hello, hello.
Hey guys!
Welcome, welcome.
Happy Friday!
Yeah, happy Friday's right. Ready for some Dreamcast action? We've got Fantasy Star Online going on right now. And welcome to a My Retro Life Live Friday edition. It's actually always Friday.
Yeah.
Let us know if you can hear us good. We had to make some changes with the settings. I was missing an adapter for the longest time, a USB adapter I need to make this headset work. It's driving me nuts. It was so frustrating.
So I'm convinced that when you become a mom and a wife, that overnight it's like you obtain the superpower of finding anything that's lost in the house. Because I could hear Tyler in the other room turning this room upside down looking for it, and then I come in and I'm like, oh, is this what you're looking for?
Exactly. It was something right out of a movie. Yeah. It was something right out of a cartoon or something.
And he said, I looked there. I took the flashlight and looked there.
I spent like 30 minutes looking for this little USB adapter I used for my headset.
So apologies if you were ready at 1:15, but
yeah, sorry guys, sorry.
Technical issues. But
exactly.
We got Thanos in the house.
Thanos.
Manny is watching. He says, "Watch it, buddy."
Yeah.
Jacobian.
Cousin Manny.
Xavier. All right.
Yeah, a lot of our regulars are watching.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, hope your Friday's going well. Happy Friday. And I was looking at the monitor. I was like, I'm not wearing a necklace, but it was the this thing. It's like hanging on my chest. So we got a super chat already from Thanos. Super chats automatically get the next request for what game we play. We're doing Dreamcast games today. Thank you, Thanos, for the $1.99 donation.
Yes,
he's asking for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which actually I don't know if I have it downloaded. I think I have Marvel vs. Capcom 1 downloaded. So we'll pop that on for you for sure. If we don't have 2, I need to get 2 downloaded. I actually just started checking out this Dreamcast emulator. It's called Dream, and it's fantastic, guys. It runs games so well. I actually downloaded it because the next video coming out is a Phantasy Star Online memories video, all about my memories of Phantasy Star Online. I really hope you enjoy it. That'll probably be either tomorrow or Sunday. I was trying to get it out for today because today is the 20th anniversary of this game's launch here in North America. So let's jump into some Phantasy Star Online. This game, I tell you what, I spent so much of my teenage years playing this game. And we'll go ahead and jump in on the save I started, the character I was building for getting B-roll footage for the video that's coming out soon.
That's funny. Koifish Gaming says my wife puts things in a safe spot and then forgets where it is.
Oh, that's
I've
funny.
done that too. It happens to all of us.
We've got 25 people watching right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna jump into this. It's like we're teleporting. We're beaming down to Ragol. Ragol. I think it's Ragol is the name of the planet.
Oh.
Actually, right now we're going to the space station, and then you go to Ragol after that. So we'll play a little bit of Phantasy Star Online. How many of you guys played Phantasy Star Online back in the day? I want to know. I'm curious. Because, man, I sunk so much. This was my world for the longest time.
Really?
Like, I'd come home from school, hard day at school. You know, it was kind of like freshman, sophomore year of high school. And I would jump into this game and just detach from the world.
Yeah.
Until my dad accidentally unplugged the phone line because it was all dial-up internet. And when he would accidentally unplug the phone line because he needed to make a phone call or something, it would disconnect me from the game, and I'd be like, no, we're about to get a double saber or something, crazy like that.
No.
That amazing item, amazing weapon.
Did it save? Or like
you would lose your progress
Oh my gosh.
if you didn't quit the game properly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Really
now games auto-save all the time, so you don't have that problem. We'll go do some grinding in the forest. For those of you who haven't played Phantasy Star Online, it's highly addictive. It was a beautiful Sega Dreamcast game that really was going toe-to-toe with other MMOs of the time, massive multiplayer online games like EverQuest. I never forget, I had friends at school that would always talk about EverQuest, and I wasn't a PC gamer much, so I never got into that. But when this game came out, it was the first game of its kind. This was like a proto-Warcraft.
Okay.
Proto World of Warcraft.
Okay. This is funny. Retro Goldfish says, I ended up paying for a new phone line to my house because of this game.
There you go.
See, that's what you needed.
Exactly. I mean, people invested in this game. Like, you didn't just buy the game and play. You invested because you had to pay monthly for the internet connection for Sega just to play online.
Oh, wow.
You would pay monthly. And, oh yeah, this was an investment, this one. It had such a great, like, rhythm to it, too. Like, it was like, the way you fought these enemies, weak, strong attack. Or I didn't do it. weak, strong attack. You had these different patterns you could do. Whoa, he came right at us there.
So Jacobians has never played it. Jimmy Dean has never played it.
Oh wow, a lot of you guys have never played it. That's cool. I'm glad I'm kind of introducing it to you. The new game, which I'm dying to play, Phantasy Star Online 2, finally came out last year in North America on the Xbox. But we don't have an Xbox, so I hear that's great, and I would love to play it. But hey, maybe sometime down the line when we pick up an Xbox, we'll get into Phantasy Star Online 2.
San Marino wants to know, what's your favorite console?
Favorite console is probably the Sega Dreamcast. No, sorry, Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis with the Sega CD attachment and the 32X. Like, that all together is just like a trifecta. It's, my favorite consoles all together, definitely. Although, man, I'm starting to feel a lot of nostalgia for the Dreamcast era. Big time.
Thanos says his dad used to play EverQuest all the time.
There you go. Yeah. EverQuest. Those early massive multiplayer or online RPGs, man, they were something else. Got 30 people in the house. Thank you guys for watching on this Friday.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
We're gonna grind a little bit here, and maybe I can show you guys the Dragon Boss. Or actually, we'll jump into the first request, which was Marvel vs. Capcom from Thanos. First super chat request. We'll do that in a little bit.
Michael says he could never find it till way later. Jacobian says, I was but a toddler when this was out, so I missed out. We'll rectify that one day.
Oh, totally.
I need
you
to
should.
read it from here. I can't read that far.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
We're all getting old.
Thanos wants to know favorite Neo Geo game. Mine's Last Blade 2 and Neo Turf Masters. Those games are masterpieces. Same with Garou? Garou?
Garou. I think that's that's like a Fatal Fury game, maybe. I might have that wrong. My favorite Neo Geo game, probably. I love the platformer Ragai, which is also called Blues Journey. Here in America, it's called Blues Journey. And I love Top Hunter and Cross Swords, Metal Slug series, of course. So many great SNK games, and of course the King of the Fighters series. Great games on there. But yeah, I don't know, I have an affinity for Blues Journey because I used to play it in the arcade when I was a little kid. I'd play Blues Journey, cute platformer. If you guys have never played it, definitely check it out.
Retro Goldfish wants to know, did you ever get the chance to play this on PC when they released PSO Blue Burst? It's the same game and they added a bunch of new content.
No, I never played Blue Burst, but I heard it was really good. I forgot to tweet this out, actually. Let me go ahead and find the link for this so maybe some more people will join us. Sorry, guys. Bear with me for a second. And I look super overexposed down here because the screen's so bright. Pulling up the link to the past. No. Get shareable link. Let's go ahead and tweet this baby out on Twitter. How many of you guys follow us on Twitter? If you don't, we have a Twitter account. It's at My Retro Life Show. Would love to see you there. I'm going to say we're live with Dreamcast games. Come hang like you guys are. Okay. There we go.
It's
Tweeted.
And we're back.
All right, and we're back.
Okay,
Man.
the Cool Cat is in the house. Hey, Cool Cat. He said, hey, Tyler, do you like Carrie and the remake? And if so, what is your fave? And did your dad love Stephen King?
What's up, Cool Cat? No, I never saw Carrie. I saw the ending of Carrie. Funny story with Carrie. I never actually saw the movie, even to this day. But as a kid, I knew it was so scary. Scary Carrie. And I saw the ending on TV. It was on TV once. And the ending had this jump scare where her hand, the mother is going to the daughter's grave. It's like a kind of a demon possession film. And the girl died. She was this, she went crazy and killed people in the high school and all this stuff happened. It's a 1970s film.
Okay.
And at the end of the film, the mother is this ending scene, it was scared the crud out of me. The mom is going to her gravesite. And it's very calm. It's very like soft and collected and eerie. You know, I think it's foggy too. And she like lays flowers at the grave or something. And then she's like saying a prayer or something. And then Carrie's hand comes out of the grave like soaked in blood.
No way.
And it goes like this. And it scared me so bad that I like ran out of the room. I was like, it was on TV, so it was censored and stuff, but it was still so scary. So Dad played this insane prank on me. This is the worst time he ever scared me. I think he toned it down after that, like, because he knew he really got me bad. So later that night, I went upstairs to play with my toys in my room.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he goes, hey, Tyler, come here. And I was like, okay, la-di-da, la-di-da. And we'd just seen that, and it scared me so much earlier in the night. Well, he's nowhere to be seen in the living room.
How
and I'm
old are
looking,
you?
9,
Oh my
10.
gosh,
Yeah.
no way.
And he's nowhere to be found in the living room. And I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, behind the couch, his hand comes up from behind the couch. And so all I see is his hand coming up. And I swear, it was the scariest thing I've ever. It was
I
one
would
of the.
not have slept in my bed
Oh my
for
gosh.
like the next year.
He scared
It would
me
have scared me
so bad. So sorry for that little story there. I mean, maybe you liked it. I don't know. did Carrie scare you as bad as it scared me? I've actually never seen the entire film.
So on that note, did your dad like Stephen King?
Yeah, he liked the movies. He wasn't like a big novel reader, but he loved like The Shining, the movie, and let's go to The Forest 2. We'll grind a little bit better there. And actually, we'll probably jump into our first request really soon from Super Chat. Thanos asked for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Awesome.
But yeah, Dad wasn't a big, wasn't into reading a lot of books actually, like novels. He did, but I don't know. He's more of a film guy, kind of like me. I don't read a lot of books, but love cinema.
Yeah. So you have a question. What are your top 5 Dreamcast games?
Oh man, I should do a video on that. This is one of them. This is near the top. Let's go ahead and jump over here to like a safe area. We're gonna go ahead and change the game out. This has been fun playing Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Online is one of them. Probably Soul Calibur would be another, I would say. How do you... There we go. So this is Redream. Great emulator. If you guys don't have it, definitely get it. It plays Dreamcast games so well.
Jacobian says, dang, too bad that wasn't recorded. Haha, that's funny.
I know, right? Okay, you guys want the Thanos. Do you want the American Marvel vs. Capcom or the Japanese version? For some reason, I have both in here, but not Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm sorry. I don't know why I don't have that downloaded, but I will at some point. They're both similar, so I hope you don't mind me playing the first game instead of the second game. Thank you again for that donation. We'll jump into it. How about we play the American version?
So Thanos asked, have you ever heard of a movie called Arlington Road? I don't like it, but apparently it's considered a cult classic.
No, I've never heard of that movie. Gosh, this game was everything. It was the first, you talk about Avengers and you know how that's so big now. Yeah. This was our only escape into something like that, like something that felt like, bless you, babe. This was like, of course, there's Capcom fighting. So Capcom characters like Mega Man and Strider and these other famous Capcom characters, Street Fighter characters, they fight Marvel superheroes and other and so
that's fun.
It was such a big deal growing up, this game.
That's super fun.
And this was the first Dreamcast game I ever owned. Oh, we got a super chat from Ninebreaker. I don't know if that showed up in the stream yet, but thank you, man. He says, I got to put some in for Third Strike. He's talking about Street Fighter Third Strike. We will definitely jump into some Third Strike in just a little bit. We'll go from one Capcom fighting game to another. And
okay, I got you down. Your request down. Thank you, Ninebreaker.
Thank you, Ninebreaker. Really, man. Thank you for that $5 donation. Super thanks, man, for the super chat. This was the first. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear it all right. This was the first Dreamcast game I ever owned.
Oh, really?
And I got a great story I would love to share in maybe a video someday about this game being the first game. I'll say briefly that my mom bought me my first Sega Dreamcast, actually. She bought the Japanese version of the system for me. Dad helped her buy it because he knew all about getting Japanese imports and all this stuff. Gotcha. The system came out almost an entire year earlier in Japan before it came out in America.
Oh, wow.
And so we were literally like the first people in my neighborhood to have a Sega Dreamcast. It was so crazy, yeah. And this was the first game I got with it. It was for my birthday. No, for Christmas. It was Christmas '98. That was her gift to me. Mom's gift to me was the Sega Dreamcast and this game. And so this was the only game I had on my Sega Dreamcast for the longest time. Japanese import, December '98. Oh, wow. Like almost a year before it came out in America. And I played the heck out of this game. This was arcade perfect. It was everything you... Here, I'll be Spidey. Oh, yeah, this is a tag team, that's right. We'll get Ryu in there, too.
We were just talking this morning about how we're going to probably try and show Hallie a Spider-Man
movie, yeah.
This weekend. We think maybe she is old enough for it now.
I think so, yes. Hallie turned 6 recently, and so it's going to be so awesome introducing her to Marvel superheroes and the movies and cartoons and everything.
So, Koifish Gaming wants to know if you've ever heard of Dream PI. You can still play this game online natively on DC.
No, yeah, I've never dabbled in like how people are still playing the Dreamcast online. I know that's possible, but I've never dabbled in it, mainly because I actually don't own the original Dreamcast console anymore. But after selling my collection years ago, now I focus more on collecting stuff with Hallie that's more like Nintendo DS. We've got a Switch and a PlayStation 5 now. So PlayStation 4 games to collect and all that kind of stuff. So, maybe at some point we'll buy a Dreamcast again. But, man, it's getting expensive to collect for the Dreamcast these days. And especially the Saturn. Oh, okay, here comes Ryu.
I wonder if Hallie would like this game after
she would.
More.
Yeah. Well, she likes fighting games. I think she would enjoy fighting games. She loves Smash Brothers.
This is really fun.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. So I'm that guy on the right.
Okay.
Kicking butt.
Nice. Taking names.
Hopefully the frame rate's all right. It looks kind of like maybe it's not capturing the frame rate super great down in the stream. Let me know if it's watchable for you guys. If it's hard to watch, I'll try to tweak the settings.
So Jacobians has a question. He said, are you guys getting more comfortable going digital on all media, or do you still get physical for games, movies, or music?
Getting more comfortable with digital, really. But with games, no, because there's something about buying a game and actually owning it. Like, it feels so much more like you own it, and especially because a game, when you buy a game brand new, at least it's like $50, so you want to feel like you really own it. I don't know. I'm like that with games. Plus, it's the collector in me. So.
Yep.
Once a video game collector, always a video game collector.
Krusty Aiden wants to know, are we going to play some Sonic games?
We could, absolutely. Our next request came in from a super chat from Ninebreaker. He wants some Third Strike, so we'll do like another round or so in this one, and then we'll jump into Third Strike, and then, we'll see.
So Thanos has a question. He said, do you have any memories with a nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Dream Master?
No, I never saw that film. In fact, I've never. This is crazy, guys. I've never ever seen a Nightmare on Elm Street movie with Freddy. That's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of those films. Um, not. The only reason why I've never seen them is because actually growing up, Dad didn't like them. Dad did not like those films. He loved horror movies, a big horror buff, but he did not like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Believe it or not, he loved Halloween, and he loved Italian horror movies. He loved Dario Argento films, and but for whatever reason, we never watched any Nightmare on Elm Street films, and I've been meaning to introduce myself to that series, though, just to say I've watched it. I have friends that love that series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you've never seen them. Oh. Never seen Freddy Krueger? Oh, gosh, it does kind of look like that. Uh-huh. Well, I just lost, so I think it's a good time to maybe switch over to Third Strike. Oh, yeah, that's right. There we go. Jacobian says, oh, it's watchable. Looks pretty good, but if you can get the frame rate better, worth a try. Yeah, I'll try to get it better. I don't really know what I would do differently. I'll probably tweak the settings in Streamlabs OBS. That's what I use to stream. But this next one comes from a super chat. Thank you for that. That was for Thanos. Thanks, man, for his $1.99 donation for Marvel vs. Capcom. Sorry we didn't have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in there for you, but now we're going to jump into some Street Fighter Third Strike, which, where is it? I thought I had it downloaded. I don't see it. Pretty sure I downloaded that one. Maybe I didn't. Well, I want to give you some Third Strike, so let's look into this.
You want to answer a question?
Sure.
Do that while you...
Yeah, I'll answer a question.
Okay. So the Cool Cat asked, did your dad record the footage of your SEGA Dreamcast Christmas and your mom's gift or not?
There's some stuff that I'm gonna do in my retro life with the original Japanese Dreamcast that she got me. Not her giving it to me. That unfortunately wasn't captured, but we do show it off in a video around my birthday in April of the following year. And so that I definitely want to jump into. Oh, not there. Let's see. Open EMU. I got a folder in here for Dreamcast, and I thought, oh, I know why, because I think I just downloaded it, and it's not showing up yet, maybe? Oh, I know why. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I was downloading to a different folder because I was working with a different folder. Here, let me jump into that. I'll answer another question. Yeah,
okay,
sorry for the wait.
Krusty Aiden asked, did you hear that Sonic the Hedgehog actor Roger Craig Smith retired after 10 years?
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't get into much of his work as Sonic, but, he's going to pass on the torch. There's a lot of talented people have played Sonic over the years, starting with Jaleel White.
Oh,
Urkel.
really?
Urkel was the first voice of Sonic.
We've been on a Family Matters.
Oh, we got another donation for some House of the Dead 2. Let's see did I download that one? Is it in? Yeah, House of the Dead 2. Yeah, we'll jump into that. As long as the emulator is going to let me play it, for sure, Thanos. I know that, was that a light gun only game, or did they let you use the D-pad? I can't remember. But, okay, here is I'm so sorry, guys. I'm, taking forever here.
Somebody wants to know, do you have a choo-choo rocket? I never beat the last level.
Yeah, I have that. I have that downloaded. In fact, yeah, let me get these going a little bit here. There's more games I've downloaded that we can play. Street Fighter Third Strike. Here it is. Okay, let's let that expand for a second, and we'll jump into it. We got 42 people watching. Hey, I want to thank every one of you for taking time out of your Friday to watch us stream some Dreamcast games. Bone CK super chat coming through. Thanks, man. Good afternoon. He says good afternoon, Esposito. Psyched to see some Dreamcast today. Fell back in love with it on Redream. That's what we're playing it on, Redream, the emulator. How about some Bangai O? Oh man, I'm gonna have to download that one, but absolutely, man. Let's. I gotta update my library. Let's bring this into here. Dreamcast. Here we go. And there, yeah, it just popped through from Bone CK. Thanks, man. We're going to jump into some Street Fighter Third Strike, though, but let's get that download going for Bangai O, actually. Actually, babe, you want to play some Street Fighter while I download that?
Lord.
Ha 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 ha.
Not really, but
You're gonna do great.
Okay. Oh, what do I do?
Oh no, we just lost it. Oh, you just press the buttons on Street Fighter. That's pretty much all you do. You can button mash and do great in Street Fighter.
Okay, well then maybe I have a fighting chance.
Oh yeah, a Street Fighter fighting chance.
Yes.
There we go. There's Street Fighter. All right, she's gonna jump into some of that for you guys, and oh wait, let me fix this. There we go. Bring this into the corner. Okay, she's gonna play some of that for you guys while I download Bangai O.
Bangai E-I-E-I-O.
E-I-E-I-O.
All right.
Here, let's switch the headset over.
Okay.
Megan's in the driver's seat.
You've got these like all warm and stuff. Oh, start, press the button. Okay.
Yeah, you press start here. There you go. Press start again. And then arcade.
Okay. Oh, who do I want to be? Oh,
yeah,
he's got some icy eyes. Okay, who did you play as a lot?
Ryu, I always play as Ryu a lot. Chun-Li, I played as a lot. She's in the middle, right there.
Okay, she looks pretty cool.
Yeah, she's awesome.
We'll go with her. All right.
Oh man.
All right.
Third Strike is one of the greatest 2D fighting games of all time. Oh, we just got a super chat from Mr. Awesome. How you doing? Play some Mars Matrix. Absolutely, we'll get that in there for you, man. Thank you for that donation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just button mash and we'll get you there. You're doing good, man.
All right. Why is she not moving?
That's you, and then you move back and forth.
Ah!
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh,
hey,
you guys.
This is the first time playing Street Fighter ever. So thank you for that. Get to introduce
Oh my
Megan
gosh.
to Street Fighter. I do believe I have Mars Matrix downloaded. Make sure. Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we had Street Fighter Third Strike, but we didn't have we had it bootleg. The Dreamcast was one of the consoles that was like easiest to bootleg games on. And so Dad used to come home. He knew a guy that would burn CDRs of Dreamcast games.
Really?
Yeah. And this was one of them we had bootleg.
Oh, come on.
48 people in the house. Thank you guys for watching. On this Friday. Hope you're having a great Friday.
All right. I'm getting her. No, 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 no.
Eric says, hey guys,
No,
I'm watching
no
audio once again. Oh, sorry, man. Lots of, how many games are in your collection?
Final round, okay.
Oh, our new collection? The old one, there's a couple, like over 1,000, but, I think we have like over 100 games, maybe, if you add them all up. No, maybe not that much, maybe 70.
Whoa.
Oh, if you tap this, here, tap this one really quick. Oh, sorry, this one. Tap that a lot, like real fast. But standing. Oh, there you go, there you go. There you go. You'll do that super rapid kick. I gotta look back at your expressions. It's so funny.
Ah.
Good job.
Yeah.
You sounded like you thought you lost for a second.
I did. I'm like, did I win? I hope I won. See, but it looks like she's wearing blue there, so it's very confusing. Like,
oh, that's because you color swapped. Based on the button you hit, you choose different colors. Yeah.
Oh, fancy. Should we switch over now?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
I'll
give you.
Oh, thank you.
Back.
Thank you, babe. Let's see. I just want to get these. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Yeah, you can jump back into the chat, see if we can answer some questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you have a question from Thanos. He wanted to know, have you ever heard of a game called Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Oh, yeah. Scott Pilgrim is it's a great beat 'em up. Just got re-released on all the eShops. Super incredible game.
And then Jorge wants to know, do you like Twitch TV? I guess it ran from 95 to 97.
Yeah, Twitch TV. I've done some streaming on Twitch TV. Yeah, I sure have. Sorry, I have a hard time doing two things at once.
It is hard to do. I don't know how you do it and like answer questions and play these games. I guess because you've done it so much.
Yeah, the game, I can do that. I kind of fall into it, a rhythm with that, but yeah, it's
harder than it looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Jacobians wants to know, do you guys have a favorite terrible film that you just enjoy just because?
Favorite terrible film? I don't know. I'm kind of a stickler when it comes to bad movies. Like, I don't like bad movies. I know a lot of people love those so bad it's good movies, but no, I'm not one of them really.
I don't know.
What about you, babe? Oh, I know what story you're gonna tell.
You do? I don't know. Okay, are you?
Titanic 2.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Titanic 2. I watched Titanic 2 with my family growing up, and that is awful. But it was so funny. We still laugh about it and talk about it to this day. I mean, it was so bad. It was like you could tell it was just like the same shot, like it's basically the same storyline as the original movie Titanic, but just horror. There's no money in it, and like they keep looping the same B-roll of people running to the lifeboats and like falling on the floor, and it's hilarious. It's really funny. I'm
gonna cancel these. I'm doing this extraction of some ROMs here, and it's making the system chug. So I'm gonna cancel those because I don't want to sacrifice that. Let's go ahead and jump into. Thank you for that request, man. That was good. I think the next request was for. Thank you. That was from Ninebreaker. And then we got one from Thanos again. House of the Dead 2. Let's jump into House of the Dead 2.
Okay, I really enjoyed that game.
You liked it?
I did play that one.
Okay, there's a lot.
That one's not too much like thinking and like it's just fun.
Oh yeah, you can lose yourself in that game.
So we have some people watching from Germany. We
all
have a
right.
hello from India.
Hey guys, wow, international. It always blows my mind when people are watching from Germany and India. Could not find House of the Dead 2 save data. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll make do.
Jorge wants to know, do you like Game Pro TV, 91 to 92?
Oh, I never watched that. We never had the channel that was on. So I'm sorry, I never got into that.
Matthew says you should try to make more of your retro life when you were little so they're more bingeable. He's coming out with them as quickly as he can.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of
because want to also do other content, introduce people to other formats because the My Retro Life series will end at some point. It's I don't have unlimited footage, unfortunately, so I do want people to get kind of used to just me doing videos and talking about games and stuff like that on our set in our room over here. But yeah, the next My Retro Life is going to be the one after this Phantasy Star video that's coming out this weekend. Yeah. So,
Ninebreaker wants to know, did your dad like any of the old Lucio Fulci? Am I saying that right?
Lucio Fulci, yeah, he was an Italian filmmaker. He loved him.
Okay, he said, my sister and I used to watch all of his shock horror films like Zombie 2 and House by the Cemetery a decade ago.
Yeah, he loved Lucio Fulci. He loved Mario Bava. Dario Argento, fairly very Italian names. And because Dad was full Italian, I'm half Italian, and Dad really fancied himself as a horror filmmaker back in the 80s when he went out to Hollywood for a while and was trying to make it as a filmmaker. That was what he wanted to do was make movies like the Italian horror films. So absolutely, I was introduced to a lot of those movies.
So the cool cat wants to know how many games are in your collection, like the whole thing.
Oh my gosh! Well, right now I already answered that question.
Did
yep,
you?
I did.
Oh,
yep.
I'm
While
sorry.
you were playing. Yep.
I was too absorbed.
I was like, wait, I thought I did. No, yeah, you're good.
There.
Oh gosh, that voice acting is so bad in this game, notoriously bad.
That's a funky looking little creature.
Here, listen to the voice acting. Oh, they already talked. Okay. Oh, where's my reload button? So this was a light gun game. You would use an actual gun and shoot the screen.
Gotcha.
Please be safe, G.
Oh, there's acting. And you know George, our buddy George?
Yeah.
He loves saying, "Please be safe, G."
I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, can you remember this? This is the question of what did you do for New Year's Eve, 1999 going into 2000? That was back in Y2K. Y'all remember Y2K?
I remember, like,
How old would you have been?
13. I was
Wow.
13. Oh, this is really loud.
It's really loud.
I had my headset on all the way, and so it was muffling out how loud the sound was.
Like, whew.
I think it was funny. My cousin Manny, I don't know if he's still watching. Manny, if you're still watching, maybe you can chime in. But when Y2K happened, he sent us, it was the whole buzz that all the computers were going to shut down, and it was going to be like the end of the world kind of thing. And then Manny sent us a picture online of a chair had fallen over. Oh no, that's what it was. This is what happened when Y2K happened. Was his Windows just was booted? We had to reboot.
Oh.
His Windows just had to reboot.
My goodness.
Early days of memes, before memes were a big thing, you'd send each other
Basically
emails.
what a meme was.
Yeah, before social media, you'd send actual emails with these things,
Jagopians wants to know if you've ever played the pinball version of
Oh.
Street Fighter. Pretty cool table, and you can destroy the car.
No, I never played that
That
one. That
sounds cool,
sounds
though.
really cool, though. Yeah, it really does. Oh my gosh, chainsaw! This was such a fun game to play back in the day, and on the Dreamcast, it was like arcade perfect. It just was just like playing in the arcade. Especially if you had the Japanese version, you could use the SEGA official light gun that they made for it, which they didn't put out in America. It was right after Columbine happened. And so they didn't want to put out the light gun
Yeah.
because of fear of the image and stuff. And
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh man, they're kicking my butt. Manny says, if you say so, I don't remember that. I'm pretty sure that was the story I remember happening. I remember a dad having a discussion with you about like what happened. Maybe you didn't send the email. Maybe you just told us what happened. And all that happened was your system had to restart. Like it crashed or something.
So the cool cat wants to know if you remember that Sony Trinitron wood cabinet from your videos. Is that the same size from the one from your aunt's? And did you sell that too?
Yeah, it was like the same model that my Aunt Michelle had, and we at one point had the same one too in our house. And I did sell that TV. Yeah, I did sell that. Oh man, I did sell that TV.
Daniel wants to know what your Dreamcast launch story is.
I'm gonna save that for the actual like episode that I put out of my retro life, which will probably be later this year. But good question. Fun times. I talked a little bit about it earlier in the stream.
You have a question. Can you play Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2 next?
We can look
Well,
into
we
it. We
gotta
got some other requests that we got to get to that were super chats first, and then yeah, absolutely.
I think Bone Check is the next. His request is the next.
What
one.
game is that?
Bangio.
Bengaio, yeah.
Bengaio.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Oh my goodness, so I'm sorry. I'm so behind. This is like behind. I'm just now seeing some of your comments, but I think that's really funny that a couple people have seen Titanic too.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I need to show it to you.
I know you do.
Just so we can relate. Okay, so somebody wants to know if you have played Spider-Man on Dreamcast.
Yeah, will
you try today?
I loved Spider-Man on Dreamcast, actually. Was a big fan of it with Stan Lee narrating over it. I don't have that one downloaded right now, but I can. I can download it later. But yeah, Stan Lee would narrate over that game as you played it.
Oh,
it was
wow,
a
that's
cool
fun.
Dreamcast Spider-Man game. It wasn't open world like the new ones are, but it was still a great game. A lot of fun back in the day.
Jorge wants to know, do you remember playing Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero 97?
Yeah, I played that game. It wasn't that great a game. I had it on PlayStation 1. Oh, G's in the house.
Yeah.
I see. Today's the 20th anniversary of Phantasy Star Online. I know. I actually have a video in the works, man. I was trying to get it out today, but I knew I wouldn't have enough time, so it's going to be like tomorrow or Sunday. But that'll be coming out. It's a video all about my memories of Phantasy Star Online.
Somebody wants to know, in comparison to the other Sega controllers, how would you rate the Dreamcast controller?
Dreamcast controller is kind of funky with the cable coming out the bottom. That always kind of tripped me up, and I know you could make it. It has that little spot in it where you can make it vertical, but it was kind of clumsy, I thought. So everything, and eventually everybody just a little bit later got used to dual analog sticks. So the Dreamcast I'd rank a little lower than the Saturn and the Genesis. Maybe better than the Master System pad, but
George said, I hope that someday Sega will bring House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn home somehow.
Oh yeah, I heard that's a great newer House of the Dead game. That'd be great.
Jorge wants to know if you're a fan of shock music of the 90s like Marilyn Manson. He got blamed for the high school shootings in 99.
Yeah. No, I was never a fan of his. I liked a lot of punk rock back in those days, but not Marilyn Manson.
Do you like Cannon Spike?
Love Cannon Spike. In fact, I want to do a video on that game, just talking about that game, because what an interesting game that was to come out in North America on the Dreamcast. What of a strange game. I never would have expected that to come out in America, but it did.
Lil Migs is asking, he said, I was watching some of your videos yesterday and was wondering if your cousins are still gamers to this day.
Oh man.
And yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Mikey and Manny are still gamers.
Oh man, I couldn't save the little kid. What? The acting, I swear. George, if you're still watching, I was just commenting on the fact that we always laugh when you say, please be safe, G, and we think it's like talking about you.
I think he logged in because I'm reading back the comments. He must have hopped on like right as we were talking about that because he was saying perfect timing.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, game over.
That's funny. Somebody was asking whatever happened to Maggie the dog.
Oh, Maggie went to doggy heaven, because all dogs go to heaven. No, we lost Maggie dog in like 99. So right around the time I was playing Dreamcast, big time. Lost Maggie. She's a great dog. All right, we'll jump into the next request. Thank you so much for that request. From, who was this from again?
That was from Thanos, I think.
Thanos, thank you again for your super chat and request. We will now get into some Bangai-O, which I have to actually extract.
Hey, Coco, we see you. Thank you so much for being in the chat and for watching. And yes, I remember you. I do remember you.
Totally.
Thank you for watching. Thank you guys, all of y'all, for watching.
Yes, absolutely. Hope you're having a great Friday.
So you have a question. Did you play Rugrats Surge for Reptar for PS1? I loved that game as a kid.
No, I never played that one. I think my cousins Holly and Katie had that game, though.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Or they had
Were they gamers?
They had a N64. They had a Game Boy Color. In fact, Holly was pointing out to me that she had recently discovered her Game Boy Color.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was back, I think, when I was staying over there during Harvey.
Okay.
She kind of pointed that out to me. And yeah, so they were somewhat gamers, yeah.
That's fun.
Let me jump into here.
I guess you don't have any footage of them really playing. Huh?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Bangai-O
is coming up next.
Coco wants to know, do you guys know Sly Cooper?
Yeah, Sly Cooper is a great PlayStation 2 game. I think I played a little bit of the first game, but that was pretty much it. And I didn't play any of the sequels. It was good. It was a really good platformer, though. We good on time?
I'm going to have to go in a few minutes, but I do have a few minutes.
Okay.
Gotta go pick up Hallie girl from
Gotta
school.
pick up Hallie from school.
It's the weekend.
I know, right?
I'm excited.
I gotta reload that system real quick.
The Cool Cat wants to know, did the Sega Saturn Model 1 controller D-pad hurt your thumb when playing fighting games?
A little bit. I remember having some issues with it. Oh yeah, because it was. Oh, where's Bangai-O? Where is it? Should be in here now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you.
I extracted it in the wrong thing. Now I gotta put it in here. Sorry, all mixed up here.
Okay.
I should have been more prepared with my ROM list.
Ahmad wants to know, do you listen to The Offspring?
I did way back in the day, and I still occasionally will jump into some Offspring, but mainly Ixnay on the Ombre, Conspiracy of One, Splinter, that era was like when I really listened to them a lot. Here it is, Bangai-O. You know what? I've never played this game, so thank you for this request. I always like to play games I've never played before.
Jacobian said, since you brought up All Dogs Go to Heaven, favorite Don Bluth film?
All Dogs Go to Heaven. I actually was asked that question in the last stream from a week ago. Yeah. Totally, All Dogs Go to Heaven is my favorite Don Bluth film.
That's fun. Did he do Anastasia?
Yep.
Okay.
He did Anastasia. That's Megan's favorite.
That's my favorite, which is currently on Disney Plus. Believe it or not.
Oh yeah, because they own 20th Century Fox films now.
That's really interesting. Did you beat House of the Dead 1 and 2?
Yeah, back in the day, I at one point beat both of those. Spent so many quarters on House of the Dead 1 and 2 back in the day. Oh, wait. Hold on. T.S. My middle name is Steven. E. And no,
we have so many Stevens in our family.
We do. My parents did not name me after Steven Tyler. Aerosmith lead singer.
Family name.
So I've never played this game. What's it like? I have no idea. I know it's a cult classic, but I've never played it.
John wants to know what kind of emulator you're playing on.
This is called Redream. It's a great Dreamcast emulator that really, okay. It plays games so well. Oh, there we go. Okay, this mainly uses the D-pad.
The Hockey News and Book Collector said, recently discovered my retro life and I was blown away by the 30 episodes. Great job, Tyler. Your dad was amazing. Your mom, too, of course. Your home videos brought a lot of memories for me as well.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That was really sweet of you to say that.
Thanos wants to know, and I don't think I'm going to say this right, ever owned Klonoa?
Yeah.
It's a good game, but it's super valuable now, almost as much as Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Yeah. No, I used to own it on the PlayStation 1. I didn't know it was shooting up that much in value, but yeah, I had a minty copy of Klonoa, and it was a great game. Great memories of Klonoa. Got it for my 12th birthday.
Antonio wants to know, did you watch WandaVision episode 4?
We haven't watched it yet. We're going to watch it later today. Don't spoil it. Yeah, we're going to watch it later tonight.
We've been watching it every weekend as it's come out, and it's so good.
This game is really cool.
Okay. Jorge wants to know, do you like Jonan Vasquez comics and Invader Zim?
I know Invader Zim is loved, but I've never really watched much of it, and I'm not familiar with his comics. Shawnee
the Great Gamer, that's really cool, dude, that you won. said he won a gaming tournament 39 times in a
Whoa.
row. And he's a Guinness World Records Gamers Edition.
Wow, congrats,
That's
man.
amazing.
That's incredible.
Daniel wants to know what's your
Some
favorite.
talent in here.
What's your favorite sixth gen console?
I'd have to be reminded of what the 6th gen is. What consoles those are.
Jake Obian said Land Before Time all the way. I love Land Before Time, but it's so sad. I seriously,
dies.
I don't think I could watch it now. Well, I mean, I could watch it, but I couldn't watch it now as a mom, like without bawling my eyes out. Have you ever gotten into the original Resident Evil games?
Resident Evil, absolutely. It was like one of my favorite. Sorry, I was trying to think of what I'm doing here. Resident Evil is one of my favorite series of all time. Absolutely. Played all of them up until 5. 5 was my last one that I played through all the way. And then I skipped 6. I haven't played 6, 7. The new one looks great though. But yeah, I love Resident Evil. Me and my buddy Brian were always about Resident Evil.
What's your favorite fighting game of all time?
Whoa, what happened? Why did I just click through it? Oh, boss. My favorite fighting game of all time? Listen to this guy. Oh. Maybe Street Fighter Alpha 3.
And then Michael wants to know if we ever finished The Mandalorian.
No, have not finished The Mandalorian, even though I know about the twist. Incredible. I got spoiled with it. But, yeah, haven't finished that yet. Megan isn't really watching that one.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I started it. She was out of town, and I started it without her, and really haven't been able to catch up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
She's going to go pick up our daughter, yeah. And so I'm going to do my best to continue the stream. Thank you,
I
Deb.
may take
Appreciate
Kelly
it.
to Chick-fil-A for a Friday treat.
Okay.
Gift cards.
Okay, sweet. Well, she'll enjoy that.
Yep.
Here, I'll...
See you later.
Oh, all right. Bye. Love
Bye,
you.
love you too.
I'm going to get a little more centered here, guys. Let's see. So I have this metal chair. I was just reminded, this metal chair, I was moving it once, and I landed the metal chair right on my bare foot once, and it hurt so bad. I sat on my foot with this metal chair. It was so bad. So bad. Oh, man. This is a cool request. Thanks, man. Let's check out the next level real quick. And then I got to look and see if there was another request after Bangai-O. Mars Matrix. Yeah, that's the next one from Mr. Awesome, and I'll definitely jump into that. Thank you for that super chat. And we've got 73 people watching right now. Thank you guys for joining the stream today. Hopefully you're enjoying this Dreamcast stream. We'll see what a little bit of level 2. This is a game I never played before, so I'm really it's kind of dark, isn't it? It's interesting how dark it is. But it's Miracle Lucky Time with Super Sexy M. This time I'll let you know something of the secret of shooting. How many of you guys have played Bangai-O? I've never played I know, obviously, some of you have. Whoever requested it, and I know George was talking about it in the chat. If you guys don't know G to the Next Level, my buddy George, check out his channel. Great channel. Okay. Oh, wait. I already went there. All right, we're going to pop through. Ooh, whoa. Okay. It's interesting, the design of this game. It had these little really tiny characters. But definitely a fun game. Did Treasure make this game? Was this a Treasure game? I didn't see their logo in the beginning. I could be wrong. It feels like a Treasure game or a Psycho game. Is that how you say their name? Psycho, the shooter company? Oh, man. Oh, man, I just died. Sorry, it's going to be hard to look at all the people chatting. I'll try to read comments as much as possible. Let's jump into the next request from Mars Matrix. Thank you again for your $2 donation. Sorry, Mr. Awesome, for your donation. Let's jump into Mars Matrix. Change disc. Okay, here we go. Mars Matrix. There it is. This is a great shooter. That Capcom released. Really expensive game now. I hope you all are having a good day. Definitely, I wanted to play some Dreamcast games because I've been really getting into a Dreamcast kick working on this new Phantasy Star Memories video that's going to come out tomorrow or Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. And I was playing that and checking out these ROMs on this emulator and just really reliving those old days. Jorge, did you watch Doug, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy? Absolutely. I was a Nickelodeon kid. Used to watch all those. Let's see. Let's go with the blue. Yeah, that Capcom intro was great, Miguel. Definitely. Capcom, man, they released... Man, Capcom, like, was a huge champion of the Sega Dreamcast. They released some great games on the system while it was alive. Ah! There we go. Oh! Man, is there a screen clearing bomb on this game? I can't remember. This game actually I played very little of. I owned it for a while as an adult, and I collected it, and I never really played it much. But it's fantastic. Ooh, and definitely a bullet hell shooter, if there ever was one. This is definitely a game where I can't look at the chat and play. Tyler, do you own any modded consoles? No, I don't. I do not. Back in the day, we had a modded GameCube. We had a Japanese GameCube that we eventually got modded with a Switch to play American games. Wow, look at this. This is crazy. Oh. Continue. Okay, let's try the red ship this time. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I haven't used a bomb yet. I don't know if there is a bomb you can drop. Maybe oh, there we go. I gotta hit buttons at the same time. There we go. I'm figuring things out. Oh, man. Hopefully I get past this boss. Gotta get past the first stage, right? Whoa. Oh, that was cool. Huh. Still figuring out this game. First time I ever played it. Really good. Like I said, I played a little bit of it because I collected it, but this kind of feels like the first time I ever played it, quite honestly. I probably popped it on for a few minutes when I first owned it. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Here we go. This is awesome. This is a great stage. Man, there were great shooters. Giga Wing, man, there were great shooters that came out on the Dreamcast. 2D shooters, Giga Wing, this one, Gunbird 2 was fantastic. We had Gunbird 1 on the Sega Saturn, and that was just, we love that series. Even though the game is really short, but shooters, honestly, it's one of my favorite genres. I just love shooters. Oh, man. Trying to figure out if there's a screen clearing weapon. I haven't done it yet. Oh, that's not it. Ah, game over. Game over, yeah. Well, let's see. I'm going to try... Let's look at the options. Maybe I can bring the difficulty down a little bit. Oh, okay. Number of ships. They don't let you... It shows 7 up there, but they don't let you select them. That's crazy. This emulator is so great because it plays these games so well. Try to catch up on some of your questions, guys. Daniel says, do you miss the aesthetic of the late 90s, early 2000s? I do in some ways and I don't in other ways because there were a lot of things about that era that I thought were ridiculous, like highlights and boy bands and like nu metal rock like was super big. Like I loved punk rock, but man, nu metal like took over for a while, and it was bands like Nickelback and Hinder, Puddle of Mud, and I really didn't like those bands. But there were a lot of things to love about the late 90s. Like everything was super saturated. It was all about like super saturation, extreme, it was still kind of lingering on from the 90s, this extreme attitude. And then, I don't know, MTV, reality TV was just starting. There was a lot of fun things about that era, and the Dreamcast was one of them, that's for sure. George says, Tyler, there's a button you use to absorb the enemy shots to become a screen-clearing bomb. Oh, man. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Maybe I can figure that out. Oh, I should have watched the tutorial there, but I'll figure this out now. Oh, there it is. Is that it? You hold it down. Is that what you? Okay, that must be it, right? Oh, there's the screen clearing bomb. Okay. Now we know the screen clearer. Here we go. There we go. I like that. Oh, man. Thank you, George. I think it was you who helped me on that other shooter I played on the NES the other day. Oh, here we go. Boom! Shakalaka. Wait, this is an NBA Jam. Yeah, I see it recharging. Very cool. Oh, thanks, Bone CK. Said you're pretty good. Yeah, I used to play a lot of shooters. They're a lot of fun. Man, that hand-eye coordination, you got to have it when you're playing these games. This game is awesome. Boom, shakalaka. Hallie would love that. Hallie loves it when I say that. I taught her boom, shakalaka. Oh, man. Amen tree. Let's see. Let's just get back into it. Do you remember Beavis and Butthead on PC? Half-Life in '98. No, I never played Beavis and Butthead on PC, but I played a little bit of Half-Life. Man, I was waiting for Half-Life 2 to come out on Dreamcast, and it never did. There we go. That is super cool. That sucking in the enemy's bullets. What a cool idea. Ah. Oh. Whoa, what's going on? There we go. Now we're talking. Ah, I actually feel like I'm doing worse than this one. Oh, we got a thank you, Miguel Ramos, for your, I forget what that is in American dollars, but thank you so much for that, what is that, pesos? Thank you so much, Miguel. I will, there it is, it popped up on the screen chat. I will jump into some Crazy Taxi next, absolutely. Oh, yeah, the music, it might do something with the stream. I don't know. Honestly, I've never encountered a copyright strike yet, but I definitely would for something like that. We can try some Crazy Taxi. We'll see. If there's a copyright strike, it means I learned. But then Power Stone, he says, if not. Let's try Crazy Taxi. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll keep it low enough that it doesn't affect us. So, appreciate that, man. Crazy Taxi. Go ahead and pick a car and driver. Let's see. I'll keep it a little lower. Maybe. We're going to hear some Offspring. We keep talking about the Offspring. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, come on.
Oh. So back in the day, this is kind of funny, guys. I used to think that this guy's voice, I always used to think it was Adam Sessler from G4. Like, it used to make me think, that's him doing that voice, isn't it? Like, I pictured him as this voiceover guy. So funny. Okay, let's play the original arcade. Arcade rules, of course. Let's go make some crazy money. This is great. This is an Offspring song, actually, too. It's off of Ixnay on the Ombre, I believe. Let's do BD Joe. Oh, man, it's such a 1990, late 90s style he's wearing. Oh, man, I totally did not start the way I should have. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, yeah, we might get a copyright issue here. I don't think it'll be a strike, though, on the channel. It'll probably just be like they'll monetize it or whatever. Yeah. Go ahead and monetize it. I wanted to play some Crazy Taxi from my boy Miguel. This game, guys, so my cousin Manny, I don't know if he's still watching, Manny. We spent the entire summer of 2000, it felt like. He came and visited for a week, and we played this game like crazy that summer. I mean, that was... this is partially the game that convinced Manny to buy a Dreamcast, and Mikey for Christmas got a Dreamcast, and really it was for both of them probably, but it was Mikey's Dreamcast he got for Christmas, and they shared it, and gosh, you know, this was part of it. This game, World Series Baseball, Ready to Rumble, you know, Dead or Alive 2, all those games just made up that summer of 2000 for us. And it was the summer of 2000, guys, was all about Dreamcast. I've got a lot of footage to still kind of show of Dreamcast. There'll be another Dreamcast episode of my retro life down the pipeline. And this weekend, I'm going to put out the Phantasy Star Online Memories video, because today is the day. That's why I started this stream with Phantasy Star Online, because this is the 20th anniversary of the North American release of Phantasy Star Online. Man, 20 years. So crazy, guys. This is Bad Religion playing here. I got into them too because of this game. Really, this game helped me get into punk rock. Officiality, close into service, share with the others. Here we go. Them and us. Let's do a long one. Here we go. The light green. Oh, it's going to take me the other way. Okay. Do you guys know the turbo trick? Oh, there we go. So good. I mean, this game, what a top game this is. This is definitely a top 10 Dreamcast game for me. How many hours I played just getting lost in this game, trying to get the top score. It was just, it's so frantic and so much fun. And I just really messed up, so I don't know if I'm going to make it. Oh, no. No, I passed it up here. There. Keep your eye on the road. The fact that these people would make fun of you as you played and drove, it made you feel like a real taxi driver. People getting mad at you. This is the kind of game where we'd play it, and then we'd get on the roads and, like, almost crash our car because our heads were still in this game. So crazy. Oh, I want to read this comment from Manny. I'm sorry, I can't get to all your comments, guys. I'm sorry when I'm playing, but I do, Cousin Manny, I figure you guys really want to hear what he has to say. He said, I was just about to talk about that. I remember I figured out how to extend the timer, and I would do these really nice longs on the stages. I played a single stage for about 30 minutes straight once, is what he said. That is crazy, Manny. I know that you became really good at this game, and even while you were visiting us that summer, you became really good at it, and we like loved watching you play it. Oh no, I needed to pick somebody up. Here, let's do a few short ones. Yeah, I'll take you to the church, Pastor. Oh, I love this Offspring song. Comes around, yeah, goes around. Nothing changes, yeah, it's all the same. It all just happens again. Wait, I think, did they censor it? Did they censor it in this game? Because I know they drop an F-bomb in this song. I can't remember if Sega censored it. Like if they knew to censor it. Oh no, I'm gonna lose. Come on. Oh, I should have went through the middle. Most disappointing thing about the re-release is that they replaced the soundtrack. Soundtrack was one of the best things about this. I can't tell you guys how many people were introduced to this, to Offspring and Bad Religion because of this. Oh no, just missed the mark. But I mean, so many people were introduced to those bands because of this game. Game over.
Game over.
Oh man, I love this game. Let's do another run through the original course. Oh, I messed up. Who cares? TAA. Wasn't that a airline? Let's read some more comments. Most disappointing, yeah. George, Uber's daddy, yeah. Miguel, yeah. Tor, get you play this in 100 hours of this game. The OST really helps. Yeah, absolutely, man. Jacobians, with your icon being one of the monsters from Tunnel Runner. Oh, he's talking to Manny. Is that one of your favorite Atari games? I can tell you, yes, it is. Oh, yeah, he's saying it is in the chat. The Dreamcast game, from George says, the Dreamcast game isn't censored, but future versions are. Wow, interesting. That's right. Manny says, yes, finally, someone who knows what Tunnel Runner is. That is one of his favorite games. I'm actually, Jacobians, he's a big Atari fan, so I'm not surprised that he knows that game. Let's see. Oh man, Tyler, what gaming era do you miss the most? That's a question from Daniel. Honestly, it just changes as time goes on, because I go through phases like where like right now, guys. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. Like, I can't believe how much I'm actually having nostalgia, and it's really the older you get, you start reflecting on these days. And I'm having so much nostalgia now for the Dreamcast, PS2, and GameCube, Xbox era of games. Like, I never thought that would happen, because I even remember being like 17 years old when, like the 360 came out and stuff like that. And let's see, how old was I when I was 17? No, we didn't quite have the 360 yet, but it was in that era of Xbox and PS2 and GameCube, Dreamcast. And I remember thinking, I'm kind of like, I was already nostalgic for Super Nintendo in those days and NES. And I never would have thought, if somebody had told me there's going to come a day when you're going to miss these games that are out right now, I never would have believed you. I would have said, no way. Like, I have no nostalgia towards these games. These games aren't as special as the old games. Blah, 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 blah. But man, how wrong was I? Only just give it a little bit of time. And here we are. It's 2021. We're all getting older. I'm 34 years old. I'm going to turn 35 in April. And I actually miss these days quite a bit. And I dare say the nostalgia for these days is feeling almost stronger. It's weird, just I guess different seasons of life. There's a strong sense of nostalgia I'm getting from this era of games right now. Let me know if I'm alone in that. If you guys feel the same way, I'd be really curious to know. But let's do a run through the original version. This was kind of, they flipped it on its head. They gave you like a different layout of the map for the Dreamcast version. We used to play this in the arcade first, back in the day. I actually have some home video footage of Manny and I just a little bit of footage of Manny and I playing this in the arcade with Dad. Mr. Awesome says, get Mikey in here. Oh, the emulator's chugging a little bit on this original version. Maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it'll get past all that. So it plays the arcade mode better than the original. Interesting. Yeah, we're having some major issues here. Wow. Okay, let's, you know, emulation's not perfect. Let's try arcade again and see if it does that. Yeah, pre-patch era. I seriously. Jacobian says, Daniel says, I miss the same era as you do because I grew up with Xbox, PS2. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Riz says, I love the Dreamcast, man. Didn't even play much of the PS2 or Xbox, even though I had them. Oh, for some reason, the emulator is giving me some issues now. Maybe it's from playing as Alex? I don't know. I didn't have any issues before. I don't think it's a hardware issue. Wow, this is the first time this emulator has given me some issues. Let's see if it has anything to do. This will be an interesting experiment. Let's see if, like, it's running fine here. I mean, obviously, it's not like intensive here. Maybe it has to do with playing as Alex. Let's see if we play as BD Joe again. If it. Oh, it's already kind of chugging along a little bit already here. That's interesting. It's just kind of, it's really having some issues. Let's go ahead and change the disc. You know, it's not like back in the day. It's not like the disc is getting hot and it's having trouble playing it. That used to happen sometimes. The disc would get really hot on certain games. And I remember that happening to me once. Like, you know, Phantasy Star Online. It's funny, I didn't mention this in the video that I'm producing right now that's going to come out this weekend. I should have mentioned it, but Phantasy Star Online is that. Maybe I'll add this line in there and you guys will hear it first here. But Phantasy Star Online was the game that broke my Dreamcast. Why didn't I mention this story? That's crazy. I burned out my Dreamcast playing Phantasy Star Online, and we had to buy a new one. And it's the game that killed my Dreamcast. I can't believe it. One of the best stories about it, and I didn't record it, but maybe I'll add that in. But there was just so many stories of Phantasy Star Online that I had to tell. Let's see. Maybe it's just this. Is it the stream? Is it kind of getting too slow? Let me know, guys. My whole computer seems to be kind of like really getting slow right now for some reason. Yeah, my cousin Manny, he just wrote and said, the stream is suffering. Is there something bogging down your computer? Yeah, it seems like my computer is freaking out, guys, so I'm sorry about that. Let's see what it might be. Let's close. If you guys are still with me here, let's go ahead and restart Redream, which is the emulator. See if that fixes things. Okay, let's see if things are a little bit better. Let me know. Sorry for all the lag here in the last few minutes. Yeah, I've never experienced this before, so please let me know. Yeah, I'm having trouble loading the live stream window. Maybe it's the window that's just. Let me come back into it, maybe. Let me go to the Be Right Back screen and try to fix this for you guys. So, guys, I don't know if you're still watching. There's something really, really bad happening with my computer. Like it's just chugging along. I can't get anything to really go through. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. We've been streaming for over an hour, almost an hour and a half. Thank you all for watching and all of those who donated with super chats. It's so fantastic. Thank you guys so much for that. Happy to play these games for you and stream with you on this Friday afternoon. I hope you have a really great rest of your day, and stay tuned for the next video I'm putting out. It's gonna be Phantasy Star Online Memories, and then